Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Monday, August 19th, 2019. Looking at fire potential impacts over the next few days, we will see some warm and dry conditions through early this week, with temperatures 5 to 8 degrees above normal. Then we'll see another cold front bringing cooler weather and breezy winds to Idaho and northern Nevada Wednesday evening into Thursday. Over the past 24 hours, there was no precipitation and no lightning. Initial activity across the Great Basin yesterday was light. Looking at precipitation over the past 14 days and the past 30 days as compared to normal, you can see that things have been quite dry across the Great Basin, particularly across the southern part of the area. Conditions across the south have been abnormally dry because typically this time of year we would be seeing the monsoon, or at least through the beginning of August we would have seen the monsoon. But the monsoon disappeared pretty quickly this year, and you can see that reflected in the percent of normal precipitation. ERCs are pretty high across the south as a result of this lack of precipitation. You can see many of the ERCs are in the 80 to 96 percentile. Continuing to look at ERCs, focusing across the southern part of the Great Basin, ERCs have kind of been up and down. It's been quite the roller coaster every year, but you can see that now we are approaching record levels again with ERCs across the southern part of the Great Basin. Looking at live fuel moisture, conditions are generally right around normal across the southern part of the Great Basin. This is sagebrush fuel moisture, and you can see that the Horse Hollow and Pine Creek sites are right around normal, with Tweedy below normal. Continuing to look at the 10-hour fuel moisture, you can see that the driest fuel moistures are across the southern part of the Great Basin, where it has been the most abnormally dry. Satellite this morning shows high pressure building across the area, a pretty quiet weather day across the Great Basin. So looking at today, there's dry air in place across the Great Basin. We're expecting generally light winds, and no highlights are on our significant fire potential map. Looking at today in a little more detail, you can see relative humidities are expected to be quite low this afternoon, with single-digit RHs across much of the area. We could see some breezy winds across the southern part of the area this afternoon. As we move into Tuesday, we continue to keep that dry air in place across the Great Basin with high pressure. We will see very low relative humidities again on Tuesday with light winds. Moving into Wednesday, a weather system will begin to make its way through the Pacific Northwest. This will begin to send a cold front through the Great Basin. With that cold front moving through the area, we are looking at some gusty winds across portions of northern Nevada and southwestern Idaho. Over the next 3 days, no precipitation is expected across the Great Basin. On Thursday, that weather system will begin making its way out of the Great Basin. We're looking at very dry conditions across the entire area. On Friday, a pretty similar weather pattern across the area. And on Saturday, again, not much change in the weather pattern with some weather systems to our north keeping temperatures right around normal, and we could see some elevated winds across the northern part of the Great Basin. And finally on Sunday, still looking at dry air in place across the Great Basin, and we could see some elevated winds across portions of Idaho and northern Utah and northern Nevada with those weather systems just to the north of the area. Over the next 7 days, very dry. You can see no precipitation on this map. And so while we will see some cold fronts move through the Great Basin, these will be dry cold fronts that will not bring any precipitation. In the 8 to 14 day period, things continue to look hot and dry. The precipitation outlook is below normal for much of Utah and Idaho, and the entire area will see above normal temperatures. That's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thank you.